I will prepare you. You can't be disappointed now, right? The game will never be finished. You will never have everything you want and need. If you enjoy the game and want to play it, great. If you don't like any of that and think it's always half finished, what else can I say? I don't know. What else can I say? Seriously, why you mention stuff like this when it's month away? Okay, I will sit here silent, Schmerik. Sorry, don't mind me. I'll be here. I will be here. Holy shit. Oh my god. We're not interested on this. We are interested only in PvP killing. Why are we here if we're not supposed to talk about it, right? It doesn't make sense. What the hell is going on with the world?
Hello everyone and welcome to this stream summary about the supply lines of keeps and villages and Tupilak in color, of course. So we will look at what Henrik showed us and then I will go through the list.
Good morning. Good evening. We are working on the next patch, as you know. So we're getting closer to deploy our next patch. We haven't mentioned any dates. We don't disappoint anyone. Happy Thursday indeed. But yeah, we got some good stuff going on in this patch. It's gonna be exciting to deliver this one. Obviously some interesting game mechanics coming into the game finally, and we also have a very good list of fixes and polish and improvement of the game. Again, I don't wanna set dates, but we will deploy it as soon as we can. Patch tomorrow. So again, I don't wanna set a date. There's always a reason if we don't go live with a patch when we intend to do, and obviously that is for the better of the game, to make sure that the patch is as stable as possible. Those questions when it comes to having everything in houses, strongholds, keeps, etc. We are working more and more on specific TC content, as you know, that we want to deliver in one start patch. You can build and expand your cities pretty much, as you know. But there's also this balance thing that we want to take in consideration that we also were experiencing in the first game, when players just live behind their walls and there's no reason to leave them or do any trading or work like that. So that is one of the things that we want to make sure we get right this time around. So a natural logic type of trading, filling supplies and making sure that your NPCs doesn't just stand there with infinite amount of golds or resources without having to do any kind of transportation of such goods. We all know that it's always good to have a decent population going on in all our NPC cities, and obviously we want to promote that players can build and run their own cities, but it's healthy with a good trade and transporting between them, which obviously offers interesting interaction between the players, which is, as you know, one of the main focus of the game. A lot of player interaction is a big feature we are promoting as much as we can where it makes sense and follow logic. Every now and then you will need to run supply line refills from your city to one of the NPC cities, and obviously if that gets encountered by other players, then that means you have failed on filling those supplies, which means you may need to run another one. So obviously that will be a feature on its own that you need to make sure that you do in the right way, or prepare for them, or protect them when doing so. It could be a guild activity. So an interesting component that you have to have obviously plan when you want to do such runs for your village or city. You know, it makes sense. So there's like a pool that depletes if you use that pool, and it's up to you to refill that pool. And this is one of the components that makes sense, and also is an interesting way to promote city trading, goods trading, transporting of goods, which makes it, you know, again, we make sure that there's a good reason to use all cities again, so they don't become ghost towns if everyone decides to leave. So self-sustaining society are off the shelf. We are giving pretty much everything, right? Which means, just as it was in the first game, walls everywhere, and then inside these walls you produced your own animals, plants, all that, and then just harvested them and then sold those different resources to your NPCs, made money and put into the upkeep. So it was like not a natural self-sustaining economy, which wouldn't obviously work in real life without producing and maintaining those steps. So this is where we see a good opportunity to add more logic behind NPCs just as a player. It just doesn't just magically appear and fulfill everything automatically. So it's a good opportunity to make use of an interesting component and trade interaction. Too, like I said, additional magic schools. We have the assassin profession that is also kind of ties to the bounty hunter system, which allows you to obviously join the assassins guilds rather than a bounty hunter guild, which will give you a job to take out certain persons, NPCs in the world. And it also obviously adds to additional skills, poisoning, and some interesting game mechanics around that profession as well. So it's more than one thing. I mean, you can do work for this assassin skill and take specific persons out and expand in that tree, similar to bounty hunting. Obviously, we also make use of poisoning and such skills, trap making, that you can use wherever you want in the game if you don't want participating and working for the assassinations guild, so to say. Over time we have additional weapon groups, special moves, we're getting new types of shields, small, or I don't know if we call them small, but interesting additional options again to use on the battlefield in different ways. So that's always interesting. Let me show you up front first, a little bit close up. Take a look at this beast. What do you think about it? The details of this baby is insane. I think they've done a really good job in creating a horrific that you put together, and the detail behind it, you can see up close that it's really sewed together with hooks, lines, different parts that makes it exactly how it was supposed to look based on Matt's lore. And it doesn't just come out of nothing. He actually explained me what it actually means. This is a Tupilak, what that means and where it comes from, and it just all makes sense when you hear that story. And it's also tied to some real life what should I call it? Old stories and actual happenings. Rather kill it than own it. That is one way. Beautiful. So yeah, it's really cool. It actually comes from somewhere. It's not just a made up monster and it got a name. There's so much more to it. And these are the things that I want to get into the game, because it's a lot of cool for those players that are interested in knowing what is this? What the hell? Why is this like this? And so on. And
so let's go through the list. Boats are planned after wagons. Wagons will come first, then the boats, because the same mechanic. Trinkets and also buy orders will come the mid-May patch, and necromancy at the end of May, and massive bosses. Trinkets and stuff can be found everywhere. These are the rings that give you 2 strength, 20 skill points in something, and shit like that. And it has 3 charges. You need some gold to charge your ring, for example, and if you die, you lose 1 charge and so on. But you can't lose the ring. You can only lose the ring if it's in your inventory and if you don't have it equipped. There will be very, very rare trinkets and also lootable by smaller mobs. You can also fish them with a very, very low chance. And if you have them in the inventory, a thief can steal them. Flying mounts is a no, but on very, very, very rare creatures, they are mountable and they can fly, but this is something for far, far in the future. Bounty hunting will be balanced. The Tinra Arena will be a big thing with many kinds of fights and also group fights and tournaments. The options to sit on chairs will come. Now here, one of the best I have ever heard, a grappling hook. He said, maybe, just maybe. And first he said no, but then he said just maybe. Maybe someday we will have a grappling hook, but it would be a balanced nightmare, and it is a general no for that. But like Henrik he didn't say it completely no. He left the window open for them, some interpretation of that. Sieging machinery will come with very big stuff, even fire stuff. Subscription will start when more stuff is fixed and polished and they have a smoother experience. More and more secrets will be added, and they are secretly added. That's why they are called secrets. The Tinra Ballista will be good against dragons and also against people and against big monsters. Beast Mastery will come as soon as possible with the Beastmaster revamp and the Taming revamp, that you need more skills, actual player skills to fight with your animals. They are working on improving the performance and also the ping performance stuff. The weather system will come with the Unreal Engine 5 switch. That will come later. And they don't change the balance of the game just on player feedback. They change the balance of the game just on raw player data. For example, if no one uses this kind of weapon, then it must be buffed a little bit because no one is fucking using it. So thank you for watching. These stream summaries are often a lot of work, so special thanks to all the supporters. So special thanks to Carmel, Professor Oslam of Gaming, Tupilak, Lotus Guild, Frederick, the Spicy G, Rhonus, Paarthurnax, Vinya, Cologne, Bulldog, you, and all the others, of course. And always remember to supply line hard. Party hard. And see you next time. Goodbye.